Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today. Our guest that was scheduled for today wasn't able to make it due to some health concerns. And so Raimi and I are here just to share what projects I'm working on. And if Raimi wants to share anything she's working on, then she'll have opportunity to do so too. And well, in fact, we're working on one of the same projects.
Right.
And so that's awesome. So I was just going to start. It's just kind of informal talking this morning, and so I started the day. Usually, when I get up, then I have these routines of working the energy within my home, and then walking the dogs, or and meditation and yoga, kind of in mixed up orders every day. And today, because the temperature is supposed to drop to the mid 40s for the first time this fall, then I had to take down all the drying racks I'd had for herbs that I've collected over the summer that are, they were all dry now, but I just, they just stay there till I'm ready to put them away. And so I had to put them away this morning, and I did that instead of all my other routines. And so because I was putting away all the wonderful herbs that I love and are so good for us, I wanted to do a card pull from the deck that I have of herbal astrology.
Oh,
And so they always have, this deck always has you pull 3 cards. And so I was just going to say some of the herbs that I collected from my garden. Passion flower, I use a lot of that for tea. And I had yarrow, we use that for tea. It's really good for pain. And what else did I have? I've had comfrey, and that was one of the cards. And I had anise, hyssop, and a whole bunch of others that I was putting away, elderberries. And so the first card for this pool was comfrey. And here's the picture. I'll try to put it up there if you guys can see the picture. And number 32. So the guidance for comfrey, first of all, comfrey's a perennial, and it likes partial shade, but it can grow a lot in sun too, I know. And I have the old-fashioned kind, which can spread more than you want it to, but you never run out that way. So
yeah.
um, I don't mind it spreading where it's at, but birds also then drop it across my asparagus plants. Patch, and that can be a hassle. But anyway, so comfrey represents wholeness, completion, and closure of a great cycle. And for me, this morning, it's the closure of the garden season. But it's also, I've been told twice now from 2 different sources that don't know each other that this year ends a 5-year cycle in my life, and something new will start in the next year. So that's kind of exciting. We'll see what happens. And the wreath of comfrey that it gave above the comfrey plant on the card um, symbolizes a cycle containing the energy of the past, present, and future, hovering over the clouds to note how the foundation of all cycles and grounded in mystery. Comfrey majestically grows in the center of this cycle, representing the axis, the sacred heart, the sacred will that pulses the great mystery. Comfrey has appeared today to signal that a great cycle is nearing completion. Stay aligned as you continue to prune and heal the garden of the self. Look closely into repeated patterns, persons, or situations that keep showing up in your life. Draw upon Comfrey's power to mend and find wholeness in lessons and patterns that need closure. And I guess maybe it applies to the political arena in some way, or the world stage. We'll see. And the next one is the mandrake, number 45. I'll try to get that so you can see it. It almost looks like it has a wreath above it, but I think it's the stars. It's the astrology symbol. Um, so I will look at that number 45 here. And the guidance for the mandrake, it's here to ask you to find new forms of intimacy. Ask yourself what inspires bliss, joy, and passion in your life. Notice how you relax into flow and more easily attract what you need and desire when you focus on energy givers such as joy. Mandrake is here to assist you in liberating unchanneled creativity and sensuality, releasing energy from the sacral center, and activating your pleasure centers to experience a higher form of love. Don't allow unworthiness, fear of rejection, and inhibition of pleasure to stop you from experiencing higher love. Focus on giving your gifts to the world with overwhelming passion and opening up to receive fully and fearlessly. And I'm amazed. I guess I shouldn't have been amazed. I was pulling the card for what would help all of you. And of course, I'm part of all of you in this, right? And these apply to me so much, right? So, an end of a cycle, a beginning of a new cycle, of um, focusing on giving your gifts to the world. And that's one of the projects that Ramy and I are going to be talking about is this big project that we'll be offering to the world. And the last one is the dragon's blood. And I'm not as familiar with dragon's blood. Here it is, the card there. And again, it shows a wreath of the zodiacs above that,
Hmm.
or the zodiac that it's part of, what cycle it's in. Dragons are ancient guardians of the earth, symbolizing hidden knowledge and auspicious powers of supernatural origin. Dragons are etheric beings that inhabit the deepest pockets of the ethers and have dominion over the four elements. Dragon's blood core oozes blood, representing the collective blood, the blood of nature, and serving as a gateway to the world soul. As you enter the all-seeing portal of the great void, don't shy away from its vastness. Embrace it as you are undergoing this great initiation. Within this awakening, you will discover the unique pattern you contribute to the great tapestry of life. And isn't that beautiful too, that goes so much along to the ending of one cycle and starting of a new one and expressing our talents to the world. Beautiful. And and so we'll just start talking about the one project that Ramy and I are working in joint on with four other of my friends. I'm doing a new course. It'll be online, available. It has components that are live and components that are recorded. And so, of course, it has biofield sessions. I've also increased the dowsing that I'm doing, and I'll talk about that in a minute or later as another project. But so my biofield sessions will also include a bit of dowsing in each one to help clear negative energy from all of us that are participating. And as what I did in this course, it's called Flip Your Money Magic. Magic to me is the energy of the universe and how we can integrate that into our lives. And I'm calling it Flip Your Money Magic because it's not that it's all about money, but money is such a great thing to visualize as part of our lives in going from the mindset of lack to the mindset of abundance, which is the God mindset. And for me, that's been the whole journey of my life, going from a very deep mindset of lack to now great fulfilling a mindset of abundance, more and more and more growing. But I've made great accomplishments so far, and I look forward to where it takes me in the future as I continue my path. And so what I've done I've worked diligently for 5 years now, doing with my primary focus to be on this transition from the mindset of lack to the mindset of abundance. And it's coming into fruition. And so, what I've done is put together in this course components of all the things that I use to flip my money mindset. And again, it's not just about money. If it's relationships that you lack, then it's flipping your mindset to relationships. If it's other things that you're in the mindset of lack and need over, then it's that mindset, because it's all about going from the mindset of man or the mindset of ego to the mindset of God, the mindset of spirit. And so I've pulled in components of everything I used during my 5 year journey to be tools that you can all use to flip your money magic. And so, beside the biofield sessions, which and dowsing, which will release and remove and transmute old negative energy that's stuck in our biofield and in our bodies. Then Raimi is helping with meditations and Reiki, so that those are things that daily you can focus on to get your mindset into the spirit mindset, to bring the hemispheres of your mind into balance with each other, so you can feel your spirit and hear your messages from your spirit. So that's Raimi's big part. Raimi, is there anything you want to say about that, or you want to talk about it later?
No, yeah, go on. Go on.
Okay, all right. And the next component is hypnotherapy. And my friend James McFadden, he was a guest of ours in March, I think, maybe. He's written the book No Smoking, NOKNOW, Smoking, about the process of your mindset and what you can do with your mind to help you stop smoking. And he's applying his same philosophies and his same hypnotherapy methods to help us know money, or rather know the mindset of abundance and wealth and prosperity and success that we're made of. And so James is doing the hypnotherapy. Both the meditation and the hypnotherapy um, will be things that you can do daily to help fill your mind with the good, positive patterns, and make them patterns by doing it, listening to them frequently. And then the next component is EFT, or tapping. And my friend Kimberly Robbie will be doing that. And she was also a guest of ours that did a short tapping session with us. And so tapping is something that I went to, not just as a one-time thing, and I didn't do it daily either in my life, but I did it when all the sometimes when you're clearing these old patterns, the old mindset comes back with vengeance. It feels like on some days it's just all you have, you're stuck in the rut of the old patterns. And that's what I use tapping and other energy clearing methods for, was to clear that, those, to rescue me daily on those days when I really, really needed it. And I used it repeatedly on those days until I could be in a good mindset, a better mindset with it. And then the next thing on the list is several different types of tips that you'll get a tip each month. So one tip is financial tips, practical steps that you can do to increase your money magic. I'll be doing money energy tips, which will be to raise your voltage and the voltage of your home. And that'll include some basic feng shui tips, as well as breath work, as well as other things that I do and have come across that have been really helpful. Another of the tips then is gut health. And Jessica, our other co-host, will be doing those gut health tips, because our gut, or the sacral, is the our first brain. It's where all the information from our biofield pulls all that information into our gut and then to our heart and then to our third eye and our mind. And so we need a clear gut to fully embrace our intuition and to creativity and our money magic and all our relationships. And so those are the core things of the class. There's also being a Facebook group that we can visit with each other and learn from each other and share. All, but the course is also built around the zodiac. It's built so each month has its own theme of the sun sign of that month. So, like, we're starting November 1st, and so the sun sign will be Scorpio that we're in. And so there's energies each month of those. There's also money, it's pulled around the moon signs each month, or not moon signs, but the sliver or dark moon or the new moon as it's called, and the full moon. So on new moon, one time during the month, the biofield sessions will incorporate into them energies of holding intentions. And that's for the new moon, and for the full moon, we'll be holding a few minutes of gratitude to bring in the moon energies. And then we'll have the star energies, which is really what all this clearing of the biofield and pumping in new thoughts, really our day to day of how we show up in the world is the stars have a lot to do with, or the wandering stars or planets of what I call them wandering stars. So all those energies will be incorporated into the sessions because the universe is always working in our favor. That was one of the biggest things I learned as part of growing my money magic, or growing my mindset of abundance, was knowing that the universe is always there for me, all parts of it, and it's always working in my favor. And so this is all full, the course is all full of the energies of the zodiac to bring that in as part of us. And so that kind of describes that, and I'll tell more about that. I'll be having master classes, and down in the description, I've set times and dates for the first two master classes. If anyone is interested, then please message me either through the YouTube comments, or through my website, the contact, or you can catch me on social media too. And I'll put those links below. And so the first one will be October the 9th. It's a Wednesday. That'll be at 7 p.m. Central Time, which is Raymon and my time zone. And then it'll also be the 12th, Saturday the 12th at 11 a.m. Central. And I'm just trying to find different times and dates so that everybody has more of a chance to do it. And in the course, the biofield sessions are live, but there will be recordings. And there are 3 different tiers to the program. So one, you receive the first tier, it's a lesser dollar amount, but there is lesser of the helpful tools in it. But it will still be great in helping you. The second tier has all the tools in it, and it's still a monthly subscription. The first one is a monthly subscription. And both of those you can start anytime you want and drop out when you want to or need to. We hope you continue all 12, because that's the way to take the course is set up. So there's big things that happen in your biofield and in these hypnotherapy and meditation sessions that will be such a big help to you. So we hope you do it the 12 months, but it's a monthly subscription, so whatever fits your needs. And then the third tier is a yearly subscription. And so you receive a discount with that, plus any magic seats, which will be a small group that we can hold each other's intentions with. And so I'll tell a lot more about that in the master classes about how to grow your money magic. And there's 5 components to how to grow your money magic. So I'll be explaining each of those, plus going into a little more detail about my course. And so that's one of the big projects, and that's the one that Raymie and I are working together on. Raymie, would you like to add anything?
No, but thank you for your description. It's very, very detailed, isn't it? Yeah. And how long is this program? A year?
It's it well, there's different things in the program for a 12-month cycle.
Ah,
So,
good.
so you get the most out of the program by subscribing for a year.
Hmm.
Um, but you don't have to. You
Right,
can pick and
right,
choose what you want, or you can come and stay as long as you'd like in it.
right.
Yeah.
Good, 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 good.
Or if you can do it here and then come back another time, whenever it works for you.
Well, oh, that's very
So,
good. Adaptable. All I have to
yeah,
say is,
that's
yeah, adaptable. Yeah. Um, as one, I think most people know, I'm a meditation teacher, yoga teacher, but I'm a hypnotist too. And it's funny that my partner and I, in the hypnotic sessions we do on Saturdays around the yoga studios, yesterday we just met and we're doing one Saturday and it's called Money is Energy. So we're on the same
cool.
page. And we know,
Absolutely.
yeah, and really, money is energy, but until you really, like Carla said, let go of the old programming, which we're all programmed to, most of us are, lack, we're not worthy, we're not good enough, all the old. And once we release that and we are happy to be ourselves and be who we are truly supposed to be, money will come. So I'm sure with your course, money will come. And that's exciting because money is energy. And in this world, as far as I know, that's how the world runs is on money. And we need it. So I'm looking forward to this endeavor and I'm looking forward to doing the meditations. And what I learned from my class Saturday, maybe I'll weave it into one of the meditations with Reiki. So,
That
yeah, thank
sounds
you.
good. It sounds
Yeah,
good. Yeah, yeah, it's so important. That's why I think in incorporating so many of these energy tools, like the meditation is all about your mind energy, right? Hypnotherapy is about your mind energy, and the biofield is our mind. Really, it's the record of all the emotions at the different times in our life when we felt these emotions. And so it's all about clearing out the this programming that we've been in, all the habits that we've come to see life through, and bringing in new patterns so your divine um,
takes over.
energy flow can be restored and renewed.
Right, right.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
it's exciting.
yeah,
It's
it is
my
exciting.
passion. Yeah.
Yeah, because really, when I tell people, once you get rid of your old program, aren't you excited to see who you really are? That's what's the fun part about it. I mean, you are an amazing being, and we just really never got to show it because, well, my parents said, if you show it, your hat won't fit your head. I mean, you'll just get so big headed and, just those negative messages. And that's not true. And it'll be so exciting to see where everyone goes. And I tell people all the time the reason you feel bad because it's not the truth. That's the truth of it all is you are amazing. You are here for a gift, a purpose, and can't wait to find out who you are. And so let go of the old program, come and join us, and we'll see what happens. And maybe after the year's end, we'll have a big online party. Who knows?
I think that would be awesome. I
It
had
would.
originally planned for tier 3 to include a live retreat, and
Yes.
I still might offer that, but when I changed from having it all be a yearly subscription into allowing just monthly subscriptions, mainly because of the coming economy and, political scene and stuff. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. We just know that probably pretty certain that there's going to be more inflation and things. And so I decided to not promise the retreat of it being available just in case it doesn't seem practical. But in coming years, I will likely include the retreat again, for sure. It's just perhaps this, if I see that it's going to work out fine to do it, then I'll insert that and
Yeah,
allow
I think, yeah,
people to have the chance to do that.
I think so.
I
I
was
think,
going to
yeah, I
I
think
was
it'd
going
be
to
a
do
good,
the well, it would be fun. I would really love to do that small group retreat. And it would be just very small group. I was going to plan to have the retreat at the Blue River Forest, in
oh,
near Kansas City, as the
mhm,
greater Kansas City area. Kelly Daniels and her son Sam Daniels have both been guests on the podcast and have been really interesting in what they do on the Indian grounds there, and their forest school that they have for children.
mhm.
And so it's been a wonderful place to have it. But again, if I'm able to add that back in this year, I'll let everyone know. But right now, it's not part of the course. And anyway, so I guess I'll move on to the next project. Does that work with you, Ramy?
Yeah,
And so I have a friend who, I would be much further behind in where I am now if not for her, because I get real intent. I'm kind of an intense person, and I stay focused on serious stuff because that's on spiritual stuff too, because that's my passion. And she takes time to listen to many, many different podcast things that are very valuable. And when she comes across things that she thinks apply to me, then she gives me those links. And one of these was very much that I'd heard of the man before, Raymon Grace. He's been on interviews before and he has his own website. He's a dowser,
mhm,
an older gentleman who, right away, the first time I had heard of him and listened to him, I was so keen on his teachings because one of my passions is to learn to use my mind um, in much more full ways to um, uh, open myself and others up to see truth. And so that's one of my intentions that I pray every day and every night when I go to bed, every morning when I wake up. And so, in answer to my intentions for doing this, my friend had sent me this link. And so Raymond had a video out. I believe it was put out in the spring. And I have the YouTube link below. It's Blueprint for Freedom. And specifically in the Blueprint for Freedom, he applies a lot of it to setting people free from the child slave trade that's so rampant in the world. Um, and which is a awesome thing to seek freedom from. And but I'm applying it also just to general, and I'm starting work on a project to um, use giving Raymond credit, of course, because he gave this teaching, and I'm I'll be changing some of the words and phrases and things to be my own words and phrases of how I see things and apply things in my life and in my work. But I'll be doing a video incorporating the dowsing um, with holding trees, and I hope it to be an awesome project that I wanted to make available to spread this teaching that Raymond has done. And so that project is coming, and we'll I'll be putting it on the YouTube here when it's done. And so for right now, as part of this project, I wanted to I'm using my acrylic ball here that I use in biofield sessions. I'm using that as my pendulum here, and see if I scoot back further so people can see it. And I'm going to go down this list of things very similar to what Raymond Grace goes down in his Blueprint for Freedom video. And I do encourage you to all check his out and learn directly from him. But you can also see how I do it, and maybe that would encourage you too. And so, first of all, we're all these things that we're going to transmute will be to apply to each of us listening, to our families, to our homes, to any past lives, and all our ancestors. And first, we're going to transmute all negative spiritual entities and energies and energy forms for you and your family, for me and my family, our homes, our past lives, our ancestors, and we'll transmute those and take those negative energy forms and entities into the oneness. And the pendulum swings counterclockwise when it's clearing. So it's really clearing. So just hold that intention in your minds as you listen, that we're removing all negative energy, entities, and energy forms from us. I feel energy move very intensely. So you probably start laughing at my face as I show things, but that's me, right? I feel things deeply. And so I just let it show. And now we're going to transmute all demonic forces and bring in angels from the oneness and transmute the demonic forces into the oneness. I also use my breath work to clear. And now we'll neutralize all energetic patterns within us and fill each of us with the light. Fill each of us and our homes, our children, our ancestors, and any past lives with light. The light of the oneness, the pure love and joy and gratitude, curiosity and wonder of the universe. And now we'll transmute all non-beneficial mentalities, beliefs, spirits, and archetypes of abuse and slavery and other negative energies, and we'll transmute those into freedom and God's mindset of abundance. And now we'll transmute any negative emotional entities or energy forms, and we'll transmute those into freedom and abundance. And now we'll transmute the spirit or mentalities of victimhood that might be in us, that might make up part of our old stories. I know I had the victimhood mindset and felt powerless to change my life or to make changes. And now we'll transmute any thought forms created by how we think about ourselves and others, and how others think about us, how others think about us. And I feel this clearing very, very deeply. And now we'll neutralize and eliminate all curses from ourselves and others and transmute that into freedom and abundance. And now we'll transmute, deactivate, and dissolve into the oneness any non-beneficial energy implants within us. And implants are things the energy wasn't ours. It became part of us or attached to our biofield, perhaps when we went into a store or when we were near negative people or any numerous things that could happen that it would attach to us. And it's clearing now too. And now we'll transmute all self-sabotage mindset patterns of self-hate, self-destruction, and other brainwashed thinking. And transmute those into freedom and abundance, and the mindset of abundance, the mindset of God, of love, and money, positive money flow within us. And will transmute all karmic influences and soul contracts or agreements of this lives, our past lives, our ancestors, are our descendants. And now we'll remove all non-beneficial memories within the water in our bodies, and we'll allow the surface tension of the water within our bodies and that of our ancestors and descendants and any past lives. Will allow that surface tension of the water to adjust to whatever tension it needs to release the negative memories or non-beneficial memories within us. Whoa. And now we'll neutralize and release any soul fragments that have happened in our lives because of any numerous types of traumas that may have happened to us from conception on to current day. And we'll neutralize and release those. And in fact, we're going to go back in time to our conception. And from further there, we'll clear any of the soul fragments and any negative emotions and that arose from those times of traumas that happened in our lives. So we'll allow the soul fragments that are ready to clear to be cleared, and we'll I lost my train of thought in thinking of feeling this energy clear. Release the soul fragments that are ready to rejoin the body, and release those memories and those feelings and great pain of the traumas that changed our lives and made us have the mindset of lack through our lives. And we're also now going to allow the pendulum to change and go clockwise now, and we're going to bring great thanks to the angels in the oneness, to the universe itself, for all our ancestors, for our children, for all the energy of the world, for God mindset, for universal spirit energy in this world, for allowing us to release and change our lives and change the world, because we change ourselves. And there are more things to douse with that I'll be doing in the video. There's a longer list of things, and that'll be with that Raymon also covers, and some things that I'll put in from things that I've noticed in my work in the biofield, and from the spiritual hypnosis and meditations that I do. And so that's a project that to change our lives as we go forward. Ramy, have any thoughts on that?
No, it sounds wonderful. It does.
Like I said, one of the things I've been praying for each day, night and morning, is to use my mind in ways that will open people's eyes to truth. And this is one of the things that I've been showing that is so powerful to do so. And yeah. I'm happy I can do my part in helping others know about it, and bringing that to be part of routines of others all through the world.
Yes. Routines are really important. You know, if you start your day with movement, meditation, prayer, reflection, makes a better day. And then with all your other tools, it will be awesome. So,
Yeah. For sure. So we'll end the podcast there today. That's a beautiful note to end it on, Raimi. And if anyone has questions about the projects, just let me know. And hopefully I'll see some of you at one of the master classes, and I'll also be sending that out in email and posting it on social media for others to know about. And we'll end today and hope to see you next week too. So, oh, and I forgot here. I'll put my banner up like I usually do to like and subscribe to please help us grow. So we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.